Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast with men that have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Mel D, the podcast with men that have a safe space. Welcome to Mel D. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
Fuck is this nigga wrong with this nigga? Hey yo.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's funny.
I appreciate you.
That's funny.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yo.
It's your boy Melly Mel, man, aka Melly Badass, aka Big Mel, aka your favorite truth teller, aka if you don't want to know,
Don't ask me.
It's your boy T-Dot Roy, a.k.a. your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope, I got something you can borrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
What it do though? It's your boy Dr. Life Coach Jalace, aka I'm him, aka NBA old boy, aka the menace no relation to Dennis.
It's fake shirt Tommy up in here.
Feel it.
Hey.
Look at that. Look at that. That's funny.
That's real.
That's funny, yo.
That's
Bro,
real.
let me
bro.
That's
tell you,
funny.
when I got like the best cousins, because they love to roast.
Yeah.
They love to roast. So I didn't go to Thanksgiving on my father's side. I was with my mother's side. And but the father's side FaceTime me. They was like, Troy, we got a surprise for you. Where you at? I was like, I'm not coming. I'm at my grandma's. They was like, well, we was gonna show you these T-shirts. They made T-shirts for everybody
real?
to wear to say fake shirt Tommy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to have one.
That's
Hey,
funny. That is
Send
hilarious.
me one ASAP. So they sent this to me, and I was like, I gotta wear it for the pod, so everybody could be able to see it.
Hey,
Hey,
your,
yo,
your
that-
family real for that, yo.
That's funny.
Y'all
That's
real
funny.
for that.
Yeah,
Y'all real
yeah.
for that.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
so
Y'all real for that.
shout out to the Spencers, aka my cousin Imani, and my cousin
Fake shirt Tommy. Hilarious, yo.
For those who don't know what we're referring to, I'm gonna put the video in right here.
Here.
Oh my God.
Yo, that is funny.
So yeah, that's I had to, bro. I had to show it off for the squad.
That's
tough.
funny. That's
That's
funny.
tough.
Why was you posing like that in your picture though?
First of all, I didn't pose myself. I am all of maybe 6 or 7 years old, maybe 8. I'm probably 8. I'm 8.
That's a
And-
big 8.
Right.
Got.
Nigga was pulling
Yeah.
strong side at 8. Strong side.
So 8 years old, and they, they make, hey, put your hand up on the okay. And I smile. I've been husky my whole life, Lace. I can't help it.
I'm not knocking. I was there once. I get it. I understand.
Once.
Yeah, once. Once.
I've been husky my whole life.
Nothing wrong with it.
Can we say this? Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Hanukkah.
Happy, yeah.
Happy
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, all of
that.
All of that. Yeah.
All of
Happy
that. Whatever you
holidays.
want.
Happy holidays to the peoples.
I've embraced saying happy holidays.
For real.
I really have. And
Why you? Never mind. Go ahead. Explain it.
because at one time it was a whole big thing about this is the season for saying Merry Christmas and stuff like that. It's like and that I do understand, yes. But I'm also not going to force my celebration of my holiday on anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know there's other holidays that other people like to celebrate. So I recognize, hey, there are other holidays. And me recognizing that doesn't mean that I am giving in or trying to become woke or something like that. No, it's just I recognize y'all might celebrate something different. Now I will hit them with this though. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
Melvin don't want to be. He don't want to promote inclusion.
why can't we be inclusion?
You know what I'm saying? Melvin, he don't believe in it. He don't believe in it.
Depending on what we're talking about.
Right.
Y'all know how I feel about inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
But I say Merry Christmas because that's what I celebrate.
Sure.
So I say Merry Christmas, and then I don't know what you may celebrate. I don't know what you celebrate. So I say Merry Christmas because I believe that Jesus is the reason for the season. So I say Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you ain't got to say Merry Christmas back to me.
True.
But I'm not saying that I feel fake about it. I don't say Happy Kwanzaa or none of that because I don't celebrate it. I don't know enough about it. So to be like, oh, Happy Kwanzaa, as if I participated in Kwanzaa or whatever it is, to me, I'm not gonna say seems inauthentic. It's just like I don't.
So why not just say Happy Holidays? And
because I celebrate Christmas. So then I just say Merry
But
Christmas.
Christmas is a holiday, just like Kwanzaa, just like anything else.
But
Hanukkah,
I celebrate Christmas.
I understand nothing.
So you get what I'm saying?
What we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
What we talking about?
I get what you're saying.
What we talking about?
I get what you're saying. You're
talking
saying that what you're saying. So what would be the problem in just saying Happy Holidays?
Right.
That's what you're saying. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm saying I celebrate Christmas.
I understand
so I say
you.
Merry Christmas.
I understand you do. What I'm saying is, why is it so hard?
So I just told you, and you know I'm a man of principle, right? So I believe that Jesus is the reason for the season,
and you can still believe that.
So I say Merry Christmas,
right?
Because I don't feel like I need to dim the light of my belief that Jesus is the reason for the season.
But it's not dimming
and
it.
Say Happy Holidays when I could easily say Merry Christmas.
Well, so
that's me.
So and that's cool. So what if somebody responds back to you, Happy Kwanzaa?
I say, okay, you appreciate Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa to you. I say it back. But I'm not going to avoid saying Christmas to accommodate the fact that other people may not celebrate Christmas.
Right. I acknowledge what I celebrate, and I can also acknowledge what
I
you
didn't say that you couldn't. But you're taking it from the lens that other people are taking it from where they're saying happy.
Man, what we talking about?
I'm just look. See, listen, this why I hate this shiggity, bro. So you being closed minded.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm being very open minded.
No,
I've heard everything you said. I appreciate the diversity of thought.
It's not a diversity of
it
thought
is.
per se.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with saying Happy Holidays. I'm saying that a lot of people are saying Happy Holidays to accommodate others' beliefs about what they may celebrate. There's nothing wrong with just saying Merry Christmas. And if they don't celebrate Christmas, that's fine. They can say what it is that they celebrate, and I can acknowledge what they celebrate after the fact, but I'm not going to avoid acknowledging Christmas
I think
because someone else's may celebrate something different.
You hit the nail on the head. And I think this is a part of why a lot of people struggle with certain aspects of what diversity of thought and inclusion look like. You said, I will acknowledge after the fact. My point is, why not just simply acknowledge from jump Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas like you stated? That is inclusive of everything. Now it ain't got to be, well, I celebrate Kwanzaa. Well, now I know you celebrate Kwanzaa, so Happy Kwanzaa. So just, it can easily be a shift in practice. That's all I'm saying. But I feel your point.
Happy Holidays.
And holidays also include New Year. So
all of it. We cover it all.
It covers it all.
Happy holidays.
Happy
and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas. That way I don't have to say it to include you after the fact.
I don't need to. Lord Jesus. Why do y'all feel like we got to include everybody and everything all the time?
I didn't say you have to. What I'm saying is
that's what equity and inclusion is rooted in, making sure that there's space for everyone at all times.
It's just a good practice. It shouldn't be a exclusion thing.
There's some things that people should be excluded from, and it's okay to be excluded.
That is true.
And it's okay to not be
included. That is true. But what I'm
true.
saying, at the end of the day, with something like this, a holiday season that we know is happening, we have to understand that it's not solely about what we celebrate.
I just want to take a sidebar real quick. I just want to let our audience know that we all love each other, just to let y'all know. I know some of y'all have texted me based on our previous episodes and was like, hey, are y'all still friends after this episode?
Oh, for sure.
Yes, we are still friends.
Yeah.
Friends have heated conversations. And then we say, all right, bro, I'll see you next time.
That's it.
And we just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So, yes, we do have these discussions. We don't always agree on every single thing, but that's what makes our dynamic so awesome.
And the inclusion of different thoughts. Not after the fact.
Like, all I'm saying is if I don't know,
the fact.
all I'm saying is if I don't know, then I'm just gonna go with what I.
So
practice.
let me ask you this: you ever been in situations where you didn't know an answer to something, right?
Yeah.
And has your response generally been, "I don't know," or has it been you go into it saying, "I'm going to make a general statement," and then you can learn as you go?
I'm usually one that just will acknowledge I don't know.
Okay.
That's just with anything. Like I'm not afraid to say I don't know. Most people are afraid to say they don't know, so then they would do.
No. What I'm saying is, it's cool to not know, but say for instance, if I don't know what you celebrate, like obviously we don't. You don't walk around and say, this is my. A lot of people won't say this is my religious affiliation or whatever. Instead of saying, or even you've been in situations where you might be at a community event and somebody prays or whatever, and you don't know what God they may pray to. Although I'm a Christian, I pray to the big G. So they will cultivate their prayer to be inclusive of
everybody.
So that's more so what I'm saying, because you don't know. So it could be a lot easier and more inclusive just to give a general prayer, whatever the case may be. Just like with the holidays, I don't know what everybody celebrates, so happy holidays, and you pick and choose how that benefits or falls in line for you. But that's just my philosophy. You have a different philosophy. I respect.
I'm gonna let you know right now. If anybody praying at anything, I'm praying too at the same time.
I feel you. I feel you. But I'm saying when you've been in those situations, they might not know what you.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Don't pray for me. I'm gonna tell you that.
I rescinded.
Depending on who it is.
I rescinded my prayers
on
for
who
you
it is.
the other day.
Black people famous for that. I'm praying for you. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
He might not rock with you like that.
Right.
I don't want you interrupting my pathway to heaven because you clogging up the line with. Don't pray for me. Please don't pray for me. Please don't. I got it covered. I know somebody. My grandma.
Yeah.
My daddy. I got T-Dot over here.
Yeah.
Don't pray for me.
He didn't include
you. Got Doc Jakes over here. Doc Jakes.
Don't pray for me. Please don't pray for me. I want to know what you're being saying.
So when people say stuff like on online, hey, prayers up for X.
And they don't really be praying. They just be saying it because it's.
That
was the prayer. When people say prayers up in the hands, that was the prayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the prayer.
I sent one up for you.
Yeah.
I'll take a little moment.
Tita actually bow his head.
Yeah, he do.
That's not what they be doing. And
Just
that's why I don't
for
want
you.
them praying for me.
Why?
Because they don't even know how to start the prayer. You don't even know how to open it. You don't even know how to approach the gates of heaven to ask anything on my behalf. Don't pray for me, bro.
But they know how to.
Don't pray for me.
Oh,
but they know how to use that.
Yeah.
They know how to use their praying hand emoji though. They put that joint up there
He
real
don't know
quick.
you like that. He told me.
You don't know him.
Melvin is wild, yeah.
What?
Melvin a wild dude.
I can't help that y'all just inclusive let everybody pray for y'all, bro.
No. I never said that.
I'm 100% with you. In certain situations where I know somebody might not be of the same faith, we will both pray. Like if you want to pray, that's cool. I'm gonna pray too. Together at the same time. So you do your little prayer, you say amen or whatever you say at the end, and then at the end I was like, you done? All right, cool. In the matchless name of Jesus, come down, Father. Rain your blessings upon us.
Dot Jakes. Dot Jakes.
Hey, in the midst of celebration, can we say this? Congratulations, Lace.
For what?
On the new job.
Oh, the new, yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm about to say, what? Man,
Yeah.
He got another job? Every time we talk to Lacey, he got another job.
I know. Congratulations, Lace, on the new job.
Yeah, man.
I'm so happy for you, man. It has been a time of prayer. Cat's been praying.
Yeah.
And I don't know how. Can you bring us through? Because I know you were working through things and stuff like that, but like the time from the last job to your last job to now, like how was that transition? Because it had been some time.
No, I mean it's been some time, but you got to think so when I transitioned, I went into consultancy work. So this is a consulting opportunity that I'm doing. So more entrepreneurial, but also with some frameworking and helping this particular organization. So the shift was a shift in mindset. Obviously, there was a time of, okay, I got to pivot because it's not a 9 to 5. It's not I got to go get it, more so hustling, getting networking, all that kind of stuff. So being able to be out there and kind of work for self, but also work for a large scale organization and helping them with their initiatives. It's been solid, man. It's been solid, but a lot of self-reflection, a lot of hustling, a lot of grinding, networking, and really, securing the deal. So yeah, that's what it's been.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
that's what's up, man.
That's what it's been.
This cat Lace, I feel like when it comes to employment, you give off the appearance, and that's the thing. You give off the appearance is like it's gonna work out. If I was in your situation, bruh, I would have been freaking out.
Why?
I
Why?
would have been freaking out
Why?
for several things.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I need to have consistency in cash flow coming in.
Okay.
And income.
Mm-hmm.
So the moment that somebody tell me that I'm not about to get a check, I might, on my list of things to do, I'm going to do every last one of them. I'm going to pray. I'm going to start applying. I'm going to reach out to some contacts, and somewhere around 4, 5, and 6 is reach out to a cousin Ray Ray, because we might have to flip a brick. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
So
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
What was your order? What was your order?
Pray
pray.
to brick flip. You see, but the crazy thing about that is, for me, that is where people's faith dwindles.
Mm-hmm.
And because
That's real. That's
so
real.
for me, it was more so, okay, like, and just I think my level of faith is really what came into play. Obviously, there was certain, okay, I got to get it in this way, that way, whatever. But if the book I read says that he feeds the birds and they ain't got no home, no regular source of food, etc., why would he not if I'm a part of what I claim to be a part of?
And they not in his image either.
And so I never thought about it to that extent, because along the way I had many contracts that were sustained, etc. Now this contract is a consistent check, you know what I'm saying? So I never thought about it from the lens of, oh, I got to shift my whole, because what I bring. And I also think understanding your unique skill set and value, and you can take that anywhere. It's not about, this only fits for a certain organization. Now I can do this with any organization across the board, because I'm, as folks may know, been in the private sector, been in higher education. This is my first time from a healthcare standpoint being in this particular mix, but it's transferable skills. So if you have those skills that can be transferred, and if you can speak to that and tailor it a certain way, you can do anything. So yeah, I never tripped on that.
But even on top of that, like in the past year and a half, the legislation has been coming down in the sense of saying DEI is being done with, and that's been a good bit of your work.
Absolutely, yeah. But also too, knowing how you align with said opportunities. So in healthcare, it's not an impacting healthcare, because anybody can speak
Just
on
education,
right? So you can see the disparities in healthcare. I mean, that's just across the board. So that's it didn't have an impact in that direct regard. So that's why I was like, this would be a great opportunity to collaborate and take on this consultancy, because the red tape is not the same.
Tis the season to be applying.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is. That's what it is. So don't, for one, Jameis, unwavering faith.
Trusting in the Lord.
Trusting in the Lord. Like those kind of things. I mean, that's really what I went back to as far as the overall grind, really foundational elements of faith and understanding, like, yo, he got me. You got to get out your own way, because a lot of times we get in our own way with that.
But where is the intersection of when faith and works come in the hand? You feel what I'm saying?
The works is the networking. The works is reaching out to people who are aligned with what you're trying to do. The work is boots on the ground, cultivating relationships, taking those opportunities that you don't want to do, smaller opportunities to be in front of folks, talking about certain levels of work, and pivoting, shifting your approach. Yes, I work in the DEI space, but that everything we do is DEI work, if you really think about it. Everything we do has an element of DEI included in it, from hiring processes, from HR,
Sure,
from organizational hierarchies and all those kind of things, leadership development, emotional intelligence. All of that has a lens of DEI in it. It's all about how you are able to flip it for cultivation and understanding.
The reason why I asked about where the faith and works intersect is because some people will say, my faith is so big, I don't have to do nothing. It'll come to me.
That's not how it works.
Mixed theology.
And then, this is where I'm having to learn is that I'm on the opposite end. It's like I'm doing everything. Why isn't anything coming? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to put it on my own strength to the point of where it's like I'm trying to make an opportunity for God to make a way. Mm-hmm. But in actuality, sometimes he allows us to crash in order to build us back up.
Right.
I just don't like to crash though.
Well, you crash because you putting your efforts into something that ain't aligned.
That's true.
So if you align in his works, his will, and his way, what you doing ain't got to do with nothing. Like for real. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Jamie Foxx.
Right. Jamie Foxx. Church with curse words.
I'm just saying, like it really don't have nothing to do with, because again, alignment. We all talk about alignment, right? But what are you aligned to? Because people are faithful to organizations and things, and I gotta have this so I can have that. No, if you align in his will, his works, and his way, for you, all that other stuff I gotta do, it don't. Right. It never works out that way. Never works out the way that we desire.
Faith and works they're in tandem. They don't. It's not like a crossing point where you get to the road and one picks up and the other takes over. They go together. You do them together. We're supposed to do them together all the time. Faith and works. Because I have faith, I do work. So it's not like I have this, which a lot of Christians fall in that bucket. They have this radical faith of God going to take care of it, but then they don't do nothing to. He going to pay all my bills, but ain't going to work.
Right.
How's he going to pay work?
Right.
You work. You by faith you work. That. Because I'm doing this work, I have faith that he is going to supply my needs because I'm being diligent in my work. It's not one or the other. And a lot of people are either all the way over here or they don't have faith, so they're overworking in the work because they're trying to make it happen because they don't believe that this is going to come to pass. But if you do both of them together like we're supposed to,
in lockstep,
it won't be a intersection or a crossroad per se. So
to add too, when we talk about faith and works, the works is, okay, are you in the word? What is your prayer life like? Yeah. Those are works that people tend to forget about when there are certain life's uncertainties come into play. Yeah. So it was never and I just have lived in a way where provision has also been in place. So you don't know, you might not know in the season where it's coming from, but it happened. You know what I mean? Won't hungry, stay fresh, had, you know what I mean? XYZ. So I'm good, you know what I'm saying? And it also helps you realize all the things that we really don't need that we think we do.
That's true. That is true.
So that's another element. But never went without. So that's always at the forefront as well.
Faith.
Yeah, man, new opportunities. And it's always bigger than what you anticipated. Always bigger than what you anticipated. You know what I mean?
That is true. I've been laid off or fired a couple times, and every single job I got after that was better than the one that I had left. I've never actually left a job in that way and gone backwards.
Yeah, door closed, window open, brother.
So that's real.
Where you have been sharing with us lately about your wrestle and your wrestle has been projecting more into the future and trying to make sure things are set up for yourself. How have you managed to deal with that wrestle?
A day at a time. You know, if I'm just being honest, like I usually am.
And what exactly is the issue?
For me, I feel like I'm probably putting more pressure on myself to achieve than need be. I don't have an issue with faith and belief in the terms of, you know, can God do it? I know he can do it. He's done it a million times, you know, more than I can count knowingly and unknowingly. But for me, it's been more so about taking my responsibility seriously. You know, in a lot of ways, feeling irresponsible if certain things aren't in place or if I haven't done my due diligence to make sure the people that I'm responsible for are taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But I think too much of it is me trying to do it all now. You know what I'm saying? Or being so hyper focused on it that if something happens and it looks like it's going to delay the end goal of what I'm trying to get to, that's what starts to bother me. So then it feels like now I got to do more to get back to falling in this invisible timeline that I've made up. No one's giving it to me. I've kind of just made, you know what I'm saying, made it up. So it's like, if I don't have X by this date, then in my mind, it'll feel like a failure or, you know, whatever it is. So, you know, a lot of people be like, well, look at your life. You're doing all right. You're doing this. You're doing it. It's like, I'm fine. That's cool. Great. Like, thank you. But there is more than this, you know, there is more than today. So then going, I think, too far, you know what I'm saying, in the future, trying to handle those things, I think that's what's really been, you know, more so pissing me off, I would say, for lack of better words. Yeah, so I say a day at a time, because that's just, I just need to get through today. You know what I'm saying? Having conversations with Lace, or, you know, reading a book that, shout out Tay, my boy Tay, gave me a book recently called Living the Let Go Life. So it's been, you know, talking about really trying to learn how to live for today. You know what I'm saying? As it relates to like God's word and stuff like that. So, you know, I see a lot of myself in the pages, you know what I'm saying, that I'm reading in the experience. So I'm learning how to live for today. And that's basically the approach that I've, you know what I'm saying, been taking. So
hey, the book say tomorrow got enough words
Words
out
are-
there, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about tomorrow. Today got enough words in itself. Yeah. Take care of the words right now. Yeah.
I think a lot of people do struggle with that though. Now obviously there's nothing wrong with planning and being prepared. But you know, if I don't meet set goal by set time, then I'm a failure, or I have not accomplished that thing appropriately, etc. I think a lot of people do struggle with that, particularly you know, hearing people talk about in relationships, oh, I should have been married by set date. Says who?
Right.
Says who?
Right.
You got a lot going on from what from what I gather. You got and how things look different for different people.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a thing for sure.
Yeah. Unreal. Goals are good. Goals are good, but it's not to say, can you survive if you don't meet that goal? That's what that's oftentimes that people need to face. Will you survive? Will you be okay if you don't meet this goal? Is this a necessity that you need to meet as far as a goal, or is this just a preference? And that's what we have to differentiate between necessities and preferences. Necessity, I gotta eat today. So I need to make sure I meet them goals of going to work, get this check, making sure I eat. A goal is I'm setting up my business in 5 to 10 years. If it don't hit, then bet I gotta wait a little bit longer, or I need to pivot.
Right. All right.
And I think that's one thing that we as people we don't handle well is the nature of the pivot.
Yeah, like even with my daughter, she'd be like, "Well, I'm hungry. Well, what you want to eat? I don't know. Well, I can get you this. Well, I don't want that. Well, you're not hungry.
You're not hungry.
You're not hungry.
You're not hungry.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, even like you gave the example of you said I need to eat today, so I gotta go to work this, that, and the third. No, maybe what you eat today, you buy a rotisserie chicken that's gonna last you 2 days.
Hey, the rotisserie chicken be coming through in the
rather
clutch,
than
bro.
you know paying 20.
Sam's Club got them for $5.
Right. What I'm saying is we often break down even our needs based on a want.
True.
Yeah.
And that can also get convoluted in meeting set goal. Because if you're hungry, you gonna eat.
You gonna eat whatever you got.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
If you hungry, you gonna eat whatever you got.
Or thinking futuristically, like you said, Sam's Club rotisserie. Now I got a meal for at least 2 where I'm paying $20 for one. So again, thinking I met the goal and it can cover multiple.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got a rotisserie last week, and I'm telling you, when I was growing up, my mama used to make used to get the rotisseries or make a big pot of spaghetti. And I used to be so mad because I'm like, that's not what I want. And here I am at my big age. It was like, this is what we about to eat.
Right.
Because it's going to satisfy that necessity that I have.
Needs versus wants.
Yes,
man.
I want that steak from STK, but I can't go
400.
400.
And that joint hit.
It do hit.
It's got that marble in it too.
I'm telling you, that joint hit, right?
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
But we might not be able to eat STK.
We eat STK every week.
Every week.
We're not gonna do it every week.
No.
But it was hitting though.
400.
For the
And
porterhouse.
it's got that marble in it too.
Yeah.
That marble. Now y'all eat y'all's medium, right?
The only way steak should be cooked.
You look like a whale.
I'm not a whale. No, I'm not a whale. You look like a whale.
I used
very
to,
much so.
I
You
used
just would not definitely look like a whale.
No, Jose.
You don't want to see no red on that steak.
See, that's where
He
you.
was-
And let me get some
No,
A1. Let me get some A1.
That's why y'all biased, okay? Because I realize when I'm using if I have to use sauce on my steak,
And it's terrible.
it's probably because I'm getting it cooked wrong. If I get it cooked medium, I don't need no sauce. I don't need no A1 no more. You know what I'm saying? Although Heinz 57 do be hitting sometimes,
Nope.
but I don't need that no more. I just,
Yeah, that's real.
Butter.
just go eat
That
the
butter.
steak.
But yeah, so need versus want, man. That's what I think. That's what. Again, we all struggle with it. But need versus want.
I think what really has affected me the most, Dot, to answer that question, is the fact that I feel like for as long as I can remember, I've always been ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas other people can kind of be fine with this is okay. Like a lot of people are fine, like it's okay, like it meets the need, like it's fine. Where I've always kind of been like, yeah, that's cool, but it ain't good enough. Like I've kind of always had this like not good enough attitude about everything.
Yeah.
Like, for as long as I can remember. Like I don't never want to go to the store where
Clap it up for that.
what?
That's a revelation right there.
I don't know what I'm clapping.
That's a revelation.
To. Why was that
The
so?
fact that he can admit that he has an issue with things just not being good enough.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
I've had that all the like for as long as I can remember. I don't know if it's because I grew up impoverished as a child, so then as I got older, I was just like, I'm never gonna be close to that again.
Right.
Or, like, I'm never gonna be like
Yeah,
I'm never going to be feeling like I'm just getting the bare minimum of anything.
Mhm.
So I don't care what it is, like, you know, whether I'm going to the store buying something or if I'm doing an experience, whatever it is, I'm never looking at what's just gonna get me in the door. Like I'm at the top of the menu. Like what's the most expensive thing on this mug? Like like so I think I carry that same attitude with me with everything. So it makes it hard for me to not be in a lot of ways content. Where most people would be like, hey, look, or you got a house, your kids healthy, your people, you like, cool. That's how life should be.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm in the middle. Like I'm in the middle class. Great to be in the middle class. Could I be impoverished? Yeah, but I'm in the middle class. So to some degree, I'm like everybody else. I'm average. I'm in the standard. So to me, this is cool, but it's not good enough because there's more to this. I've seen more to this. I've touched more than this. So then it's like, I want to get over here. I don't want to be mingling with, just like, you know, how they always make fun of black people. Like once we get to a certain stage, we want to get away from this. We want to move to the white neighborhood or whatever. Yeah, I want to do that. I don't want to, you know, that's me. I did this long enough.
Yeah.
I've done this long enough. I did my time. Okay. I want to go over here now. I want to do. So a lot of it is just me, like that mind frame of getting to a point where I can just be like, you know what? It may not be good enough right now, but it is good. So then I just got to rest in good
Gratitude
and be okay. So I think that gets misconstrued because I'm not ungrateful about what I have.
Yeah.
I just know that there's more to.
Yes.
So it's not that it's not that I don't appreciate it. And I think that's what people confuse. You can be grateful and not be satisfied.
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm ungrateful for what I have. It's like it's something else. And whatever it is, like, and I know for some people who may feel like me, when I'm laying down, when I'm asleep, when I'm working, whatever it is, there's just something in here that always is saying, there's more. There's more. There's more. And that's all it says. There's more. So when you always feeling like there's more, it's kind of hard to sit and chill and be good. Like, because something in you is saying there's more. And when you can't figure out what the more is,
Right.
you know it is there, but you don't know how to get to it. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing.
But are you
don't
running
know
a
to take
fool's
it there.
errand with that?
I don't believe I'm running a fool's errand. The reason I don't believe I'm running a fool's errand is because I don't believe God would have downloaded this vision in my head if he didn't want to give it to me. So it's not like tangible foolishness that I'm chasing, like chains and cars and stuff like it's like this vision of like this space where that I'm blessed, but it's blessing everybody that's around me. So the vision that I have of the more is not just about me. The vision that I have of the more includes the y'all and the people. I'm like, once I get to this space, I can do for everybody.
Right.
I can do what I want to do for the team, but I can't figure out in the moment what's the path to the more. So I think
Big
that
G,
is the
if
part
you're
that-
listening,
I know that's the part that's
since I'm
be bothering.
included, Big G. Can you just whatever vision?
So I'm
We
telling
asked
you.
that you get his brother 2020 because it seemed like some bifocals right now.
No,
Can we get to the 2020?
I'm telling you, it's not about me, but I know that I'm the piece
You're the catalyst.
to get to it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I know that for sure. So it's like the more is like, all right, my kids' blessings on this, my sister, my brothers, my friends. Like if anyone who knows me, they know like I'm all about the team. Like it's for the team. If I'm up, we up. I ain't never like come around like, oh, look at what I have. It's like, yo, I'm trying to put you on too. Like I got some, like we all on.
Yeah.
The more for me is everybody being on.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get to it. And it's not, I think I would feel better if I at least had a path or a plan. Like I knew the steps. And right now I kind of been feeling like I'm just in the wilderness a little bit until.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's really just been bothering me.
Well, hey, well, sometimes the wilderness is the pruning process. You got to go through the wilderness to get to the next level. So
shout out to the pruning process. I feel you, Mel. The thing that has been hitting me is like, okay, so once I get there, then what? So I don't know why, but for some strange reason, I want that, and then I want to know what I need to do after that, and what satisfaction I'm supposed to get from that. Because I've asked God for a number of things, and He just asked me back in response, "Why do you want it?" And then I have to sit there. I'm like, "Oh snap! I don't have a real reason." For some strange reason, I believe that that was at one point, not necessarily now, that money was going to be the solution to everything. Now it will answer some things, and I would love for it to answer right now. But like some of the internal struggles that we deal with, as far as like dealing with relationships, past hurts, and overcoming trauma and things of that nature, like money can't necessarily fix that. But and so I'm just like in the midst of me trying to achieve and get to this place of achievement and being established. I'm like, but what about my soul needs to be addressed? You know what I'm saying? In the whole, because you can gain the whole world, but you end up losing your soul.
Yeah, and also because I had to shift my perspective on that too, and kind of transition going into a different season of life. One, what do you want me to learn from this? And is it, again, honoring your will, your word, and your way? Because if it's not, it's just not going to come to fruition in the way that it should. But what do you want me to learn from this? Like, legit, what am I learning through this process? And having a vision is one thing, and having clarity of vision on steps to take is another. But also, too, I think we see countless times where it's just about taking a step.
Yeah.
And the blueprint is built out along the way.
Taking the step.
You know what I'm saying? So taking the step is key. And I learned a long time ago. I remember I was at I think I was at a revival years ago. And the gentleman that was preaching was like, sometimes you just gotta show up. Ain't no other
Ain't no other action you gotta do.
Sometimes you just gotta show up.
Yeah.
And the next things will fall into place.
Yes.
But showing up is part of the process.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Showing up.
And I have the mental battle of that. If I don't know what's going to happen after I show up, then why am I even showing up?
Like legit, like even with the contract that I'm working on now, when I had the opportunity to go and present, like literally the day before, I was like, yo, I'm gonna send an email. I'm not gonna even go. I don't feel like driving. I haven't found every reason to not even go and show up. One of the largest contracts I've ever gotten, period. Just from showing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've seen it work in that way. So yeah.
Thank y'all for this conversation. We need to head up on out of here.
Dang, already? All right.
Yeah, we need to.
That was quick.
Well, it's your boy T. Roy.
We didn't talk about the holidays.
We didn't talk about the holidays.
Talk about the holidays.
We did not talk
That
about the
got real
holidays
serious
at all.
about the holidays.
Yeah, I know. We did talk about the holidays at the beginning.
Barely.
Well,
we know Mel
Y'all
don't
chastise
wanna
me for not wanting to
Mel don't wanna
include everybody
include
else's holiday.
Segregation Brown. Segregation Brown. You don't want to include nobody.
It's your boy Troy, Life Coach Lace, Melly Mel.
Jeez.
Manly D's podcast. We up out of here.